Hello guys, this is Akshay Daga and welcome back to APDaga's Dumbbox. And in this video, we are going to talk about reduce function in Python. So in our earlier video, we have talked about map function. So I'm sharing my screen, the whiteboard. So in map function, we have seen there was an input collection. Okay, some collection, input collection C there where there are elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And what we do one-to-one mapping from input to output collection element wise, and like you will get one element in output for each element in input. Okay, some value, let's say for squaring operation 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 and so on. Okay, so it can be done using map function. So one-to-one mapping using map function. Okay, that was clear. So I'm clearing this. Now when we talk about a reduce function, so it is reduce function, right? So again, there is an input collection. Let's say C, there are some elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Now you want to do mapping, like not mapping actually, you want to reduce it with some proper logic. You want output, let's say for our example, you want sum of all those elements. So sum will be like 25. Why? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So output will be 25. So what you are doing? You are reducing all the elements from this collection to a particular value. Okay, this can be done using reduce function. There are other ways also to do the same using for loop, using building sum function, but I'm not talking about only summation operation. Okay, I'm talking about whenever you want to do something like summation, multiplication or any other logic, any other complex logic where you want to reduce it from n number of input elements to few number of output or maybe only one output. So in our case, in my example in this video, the output will be 1, like from many to 1. So it is nothing but a many to 1. It can be done using this reduce function. Okay, so I'll share my screen. Okay, so here you can see on my Jupyter notebook. Let's talk about reduce function. So I'll take a list L and the elements are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to do the sum operation. So very first thing I can do is I can use built-in sum function. So built-in sum function is sum of L. So here I can get the sum of all the elements. Now there is another way, that is nothing but using for loop. So what I'll do, I'll take for I in L. What I'll say total. I'll take new variable total equal to total plus I, and at the beginning I'll say total equal to 0 and I'll print the total. Okay, using this again I get the same output. Now I'll show you how to make use of reduce function. So just like map, reduce function, if you try to do this reduce, it will throw an error saying reduce is not defined. You have to import it. It is already downloaded on your system if you are using Anaconda, but you have to import it, and that can be done using import, not import, from what was it, func tools import reduce. Okay, now you can use reduce function. Now it can be used. Right now the error is there because it is expecting 2 arguments, but we haven't passed any of the argument. So if I see the definition by shift tab, you can see this is what reduce function is. So reduce function, what reduce function is expecting? Reduce function is expecting first argument should be first argument as a function name. Why function name? Just like map function we have seen, the first argument will take care of whatever logic you want to apply while doing the reduce operation. Okay, the second argument should be second argument as some sequence. Well, let's talk about that. Why sequence? Let's talk about that. So what I'll do, I'll use reduce, name of the function. So we want to do summation. So I'll write total summit. I'll just write a new function. Name of it will be summit, and I'll pass L. Okay, L is our input, and I have to define summit. I'll pass A and B, and it should return sum of two values. Return A plus B. Now it might be a little bit confusing for you, but I'll show you how it is and what it is. I got exactly same output 21. Here also the output was 21. Sum of all the numbers from 1 to 6 is 21. Okay. Now how reduce function works. Let's talk about that. What actually happened? If I'm talking about list, so annotation, 1 second. Yeah. So what happens? It is a list L equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Now what happens? Reduce function will always accept first argument as a function name. But this function should accept two arguments. Always two. If you try to pass three arguments, it will throw an error. I'll show you afterwards. But this function should accept two arguments. What happens? What will happen? It will take first argument A, then it is B. What happens? It will do the summation of A plus B. So A plus B is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now this 3 is assigned to A, and the next element is assigned as B. So again, if you do this plus this cumulative addition we are trying to do, so it will be 3 plus 3, 6. Now this 6 is assigned to A, and this becomes B, right? This becomes B. So again, this A plus B, 6 plus 4, that is 10. Now this 10 becomes A, and 5 becomes B. Okay. So again, 10 plus 5, 15. So this 15 becomes A, and this 6 becomes B. So again, this 15 plus 6 is 21. And the final output is 21. This is how reduce operation works. Now I'll show you what if I do 1 second. What if I change it to what if I change this function to 3 variables instead of 2? What I'll do, A plus B, A, B, C, and I'll do A plus B plus C, and everything I kept same. Everything else I kept it as the same as earlier. It will throw an error saying sum it missing one argument, that is C. Why it happened? When we talk about again, when we talk about this L here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So first of all, it becomes A, it becomes B. Okay. 1 and 2, that is 3. Now this 3 becomes A, and this becomes B, right? 3 plus 3, 6. Now, sorry, we didn't consider the C thing. Okay, L, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what happens? Right now, this is A, this is B, and this is C. So if you do summation of all those three A, B, C, 1 plus 2 plus 3, it is nothing but 6. Now this 6 becomes A, and this becomes B, this becomes C, right? So 6 plus 4, 10 plus 5, 10 and 15, right? Now this 15 becomes A, this becomes B, and there is no place for C, right? That's why it is saying, missing, where it is, yeah, that's why it is saying missing one argument, submit missing one required positional argument, that is C, because there is no value for C. Now I'll show you one more thing. What if I change the list? Like from the screen, you get to know if 7 was available, then I think the problem should not have been there. So I'll write list here. I'll modify the list to the 7, right? And I'll try to run it. Now again, it gave me error. Because if you go on, you will see sometime like one of the element will be missing at one time, or like in one way or other. So the standard procedure is, one second, I'll clear this. Yeah. So the standard procedure is whatever function you pass there, that function should accept 2 arguments. Okay. And then it should perform some operation on those 2 arguments. And that operation will be performed cumulatively. Reduce performs cumulative operation. If you want to see the definition, you can see this. Yeah. Apply a function of 2 arguments cumulatively to the items of a sequence. That is the definition of reduce function. Now I'll show you reduce function using lambda. Okay. The same thing. We have L with us. And what we'll do, but make sure we have added one element. I'll delete it so that output should be same, otherwise you will get confused. So L is this. Now what I'll do, I'll write reduce, and here I'll use the second argument is L for sure as it is, and the first function, the where I need to pass the function name, there I'll write lambda function, lambda x comma y, and the output should be x plus y. Okay. Similarly, whatever I have written here, it is exactly same. Instead of x comma y, I can write a comma b. So for your ease of understanding, I'll write a comma b. Okay. And you can see I got the exactly same output. So this is how reduce function works. So in this video, you got the idea how reduce works. So generally, map and reduce are used together. Like generally, a map operation is performed for doing some one-to-one mapping, and once one-to-one mapping is done as per your logic, then whatever is the output of map, on that we apply a reduce function to get some cumulative output, one single output. So generally in practice you might see map reduce function are used, okay, one after other. It is a pair, and generally you will see map reduce function in Python, map reduce function and this and that, something like that. Map and reduce are used one after other. That is a general practice. So I hope you got some idea, information from this video, and if that is the case, please do each and everything you can do to encourage me. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do each and everything. Okay. So I'm signing out. This is Akshay Daga. Tata. Bye bye.